welcome back to a brand new vlog. I've currently been working through quite a few bits this morning, just going through my list and making sure that I have nutted everything out. I just find it super helpful, and I mentioned before, I might have, that I divided into work and personal, often because I am juggling the family admin and personal admin as well as work in between the day. So it's actually lunchtime now, and what I'm going to do is I've just locked myself in a room just because I need to do a few life admin tasks, and then I also need to duck out maybe at 12:30 to the post office to lodge my passport because I'm in the process of getting it renewed. I actually plan to go to the gym Wednesday, Thursday and Friday, and that would mean that I'm still hitting my 3 days a week gym goal. This week we have a bit going on in terms of really working through some of those key projects. So now it's just really sort of more organizing your week to really ensure that you're spending some time on those tasks. Is what often happens, and I'm sure many of you can relate. You have these projects that you want to work on that require actual time carved out in the diary, and then what happens if you're not super intentional about them? The BAU stuff compiles, and something else kind of pops up. There might be in work anything can happen, right? And if you're not quite strict on those times that you have dedicated, you'll find that, and I do especially find that it's all a bit of a rush. And I don't want to do that because I am really sort of pushing myself in this next year ahead in terms of career progression, in terms of taking on more responsibility, challenging myself in new ways that I haven't before, because I have a goal come next year that I really want to sort of work towards in terms of my promotion. So someone like me who can get overwhelmed, making sure that if you do a little bit day by day and work on those tasks, it's not going to, rather than waiting, till the end, then you kind of feel a bit more at peace if something comes up that's urgent, that falls in your lap, or a scenario has come up that you have to spend time with. That at least, okay, well, I've done half an hour of this today, or I've done an hour of this, or 15, 20, whatever it is. And I think that is what I want to take moving forward, versus like trying to compile everything right at the end and then give myself a silly amount of time, and then the quality of work maybe not be your best. So that's what I'm doing now. I am going to finish off a couple of the personal admin tasks, and then I'm going to head to the post office. It is 6:20, dinner time. I am preparing both mine and Levi's meals. Levi and I are having super simple meals. I really don't like to faff around during the week. It's purely get us fed, get us into bed, relaxing.
Took the other Band-Aid off.
You took the other Band-Aid off? Okay, cool. We'll put a new one on after bath. He had a fall today. Nothing major, just classic kids being kids, but yeah, he's grazed the side of his hip, and where else did he graze? Your hip and a bit of your knee, so yeah. Okay, this is Levi's dinner. It's just plain pasta, green beans and chicken tenders. Very simple, but he loves it and it fills him up. My dinner, exactly the same as lunchtime. the beauty of meal prepping. Just makes things a lot easier. It's green beans, sweet potato and chicken. And then I'll also prepare some of the sweet potato, zucchini, and I've got the green beans for tomorrow's dinner. I'll just think of some protein. Full disclosure, Levi is sitting quite content eating his dinner, watching YouTube, kids YouTube, and I am going to sit here and edit a vlog, eat my dinner. Peter Parker was just your average teenager from Queens, New York. He lived with his Aunt May and Uncle Ben, and he attended Midtown High. Peter was very studious and was considered one of the smartest kids in school. My skin is not happy with me. You can't really tell, but I can assure you it is not happy with me. It is tingling, especially around here. And at the top, I mean, thank you for the good camera, I suppose, but this is actually the worst my skin's been in a long, long time. Tomorrow I'll be able to show you guys, but I've been basically trying a whole heap of products, and I just think it's been too many exfoliants, too many actives all at once, and my skin has had a complete freak out. So I basically, as a starting point, just put everything into ChatGPT to just review all my products. And annoyingly, you know, it's one of those things because you don't know until you try. But I went into this particular store and spoke about my concerns. But I guess, you know, while some people are knowledgeable, at the end of the day, they potentially might want to make sales as well. So I was a bit naive and I bought a whole heap of products, and at this point, probably not seeing the value, but, well, some actually they might out, but there's one product definitely I need to stop. So I've put it into ChatGPT and they've just basically said strip it all back. My original concern was to improve texture and brightness because I felt my skin was looking really dull and aging and was lacking serious hydration. And so on the whilst it's helped with that, I definitely feel my skin texture up until this breakout was improving, and the overall brightness and the hydration I was really happy with. There's just been a lot of actives and my skin is quite a reactive skin, and it's just completely said no. I knew as soon as I literally sprayed this spray on today and I had a bit of a red patch here. It's gone down now, but yeah. So I'm always on a mission to improve my skin. I suffer from adult acne. I'm just trying, like anybody else, to really understand where it's coming from and finally find a routine that works, but it's just been trialing. So this is still a goal of mine. I'm documenting this because it is such a shared experience, no matter who you are, no matter what age. And yeah, I just want to find things that work.
What about if you do it? What about if you put the pan on and then crack it while the fire is on?
The gas. Well, do you want scrambled or do you want boiled? What kind of egg would you like? Good job. Cool. Pop the fork on the napkin. Yep. And then do you want to
put the oil on? Then my baby touch in the inside.
You'll be fine.
While it's flowing.
You'll be fine.
My baby.
What baby?
When we buy a baby.
We're not okay, right. You might have a sibling one day, maybe.
Ooh, so
I think that's enough oil.
So
Yeah, careful. This is hot. So any of this here, you don't touch with your
But
skin.
you can touch the handle.
Yeah, but just, you can touch.
Oh yeah, that feels cold.
Yeah, you have to be very
Hey, look,
safe.
it's going close.
I'm going to get the oil round. Do you want to grab your mushrooms? And there.
I got open it.
Okay. I think that's enough for now, do you reckon?
Can I mix it in?
Yeah. Go grab a wooden spoon. Actually, grab this actually. Where is it?
Here.
Oh yeah.
Hold that here.
Yep. Swirl it around. Good job. I am having a shocker of a hair day. Woke up early to wash my hair. This was lovely and blow dried this morning, and then it was a rainy commute to work. And now we have this. So we're just going to roll with it today. And with that, I decided to treat myself to a lovely croissant as my second breakfast. There's a new croissant place that's opened near work. Really, really good.
I've read it, and it's red things and I keep reading.
And of course, coffee. So I think I'm ready to take on the day. Today is definitely one of those days where it is running you versus you run the day. Despite getting up early and having the intention of having the same level of productivity, there has been a few little disruptions that have, like in life, have made you feel like, oh, this isn't exactly sort of the pace that I want to be moving at. And that's fine. Often in work environments, there can be disruptions that then sort of make the pace that you're moving at a little bit slower, or maybe not as on track as you feel. And that is how I feel today. What I do when I feel like maybe the start of the day hasn't been as you intended, I just strip it right back. And actually I learnt these sort of coping strategies from my director, who I work very closely with, and in our one-to-ones we always talk about, I guess, managing the day. And she always said a really good point that stuck with me. Often at work you can feel like you're on this bit of a hamster wheel and trying to churn out as much work, and so you end up not going through step by step, but then trying to do everything at once. And you know, the idea is like, oh well, if I just manage everything all at once, you'll work faster, when actually the quality of work isn't the best, and you end up just sort of starting things but not finishing things. So it's almost like working slower to go faster. So taking it task by task and just allowing yourself the space. I've gotten better at actually managing expectations with colleagues who require bits and pieces of me that are urgent. So in my role, I support nationally. So I have to always find a balance of really understanding what needs to be prioritized, what is urgent, that is important, what is important but not urgent, and then working through that. So what I'm going to do now, we've just finished the company update, which went a little bit over an hour. I am going to, rather than get stuck into everything, I'm actually going to review my tasks. I'm then going to write down what I need to achieve today and map out sort of in the diary what I need to do. And this will just help create a bit of clarity and a bit of a mental checklist. And then I will get stuck into my work. And it just helps me brain dump everything and not get everything convoluted, which often is the case during these days. Also, what helps is my second coffee. I've stuffed up today. I thought I packed my umbrella and I didn't. And I straightened my hair this morning to fix the mess of yesterday. And I've probably mucked up again. Yay! Today we are repping the Paw Patrol umbrella now, courtesy of Levi's school teacher, who feels sorry for me that I've had to walk in the rain. Today, normally we have Levi's soccer, but it's been cancelled due to the rain. Holding out to Saturday that we can actually still play because it's something that Levi loves. Just a usual Thursday today, just not much actually that is different to what I've been sort of showing the rest of this week. I'm just sort of tying off things. We've got a few internal meetings and usually just kind of getting things moving along, and then Friday I will work from home, which will be nice because I can do a few things around the house, get some meal prepping done as well for Friday's dinner and the weekend. Won't be able to get to the gym today. It's just one of those days where there's a lot to do that I want to cross off my list, and I just want to eat at my desk today. It's Friday, I can just sort of focus on my projects, and then if anything comes up that was not planned for, I can nut out. It's my thought process for this. But yeah, I'm going to try and get to the gym tomorrow during my lunch break. That would be great. And then I'll see how I go the weekend. I don't think I'll be able to train on the weekend because there's no one to mind Levi. But yeah, all in all, it's been a good, busy week. Like I said, definitely pushing through more of the discipline rather than motivation. Update on my skin. I'm really not loving my skin at the moment. I've just kind of annoyed at myself for, I mean, I don't want to get too angry at myself because you don't know until you try, but I'm really dealing with that stuff. Close. Yeah. Often involved with fee, right? And then they don't want to do that. They want to see what they can get out of the payroll team. I used to get. Exactly. Yeah, just on my way to pick up Levi. The weather has been really quite miserable. And soccer was cancelled today, there's training, so we are heading home. But, oh, there's lots of cars coming out. But I don't have any dinner planned.
Got my red milk.
No, they don't. They only have... Oh, they do actually. To be home, oh my goodness. Usually when it comes to Thursday, I am starting to feel a little bit tired from the week. Easy dinner, pick Levi up from school, both so tired. And so just decided to get some dinner. Surprise, surprise, I got a gyros, and actually Levi got a snack pack, which was yummy. But so nice to come home to. Our neighbours left cookies outside our door. They are so sweet. They've just recently moved in, and I was not expecting that. So Brookie is a cookie. It's Brisbane based, although they have expanded, I think, interstate as well. But they're the type of brand where they do the big, gigantic cookies. So they've given us 4 big cookies here, all the chopped chip, which I thought was so sweet. So I'm definitely going to enjoy a little bit of cookie tonight. Anyway, yeah, today was just a very just get in and do work day, nothing too out of the ordinary. just dropped Levi off to school and I've decided I'm going to work from home today. I've picked up my coffee and yes, another croissant. This is the third day in a row I've eaten a croissant and I'm not mad about it. Today's agenda is really smashing out the critical items I've got to do this morning for work and then wrapping up sort of the end of the week, looking ahead for next week and what's on the agenda then, as well as in between doing some things around the house. That's why work from home days at least once a week are really great. Just give the kitchen a bit of a revamp. I need to put away all the stuff in the living room that has accumulated over the week that's not meant to be there. You know how it is. But yeah, and then I have every intention of getting to the gym. I will come back home and then finish the day and then pick Levi up. Not sure what I want to do for dinner. I think I am going to keep it simple, a little bit tired, a little bit kind of pushing through, let's say, not always feeling motivated, but then relying on my routines and discipline to make sure I'm still staying on track. But yeah, I'm going to crack on with the day now. Is 1 o'clock. I've taken lunch now and I am on my way to the office to pick up my training gear. I've got my tights and my training shoes, gym shoes at the office, and then I'll quickly dash to the gym, do a quick 30-40 minute workout and then pick up lunch and head back. So yeah, on the move, keep going. We've been a little bit busy this morning. Ready for bed. It was a bit of a challenging evening. Levi was not only fatigued with the week, but with each other, and big emotions, big feelings, and I just spent the evening supporting Levi and being more present with him, and yeah, just making him feel, I guess, safe.